Hi everyone. Hey, Matthew James here, Turquoise Skies. Welcome to our show. Today's Friday, January 8th, and we're going to be showing off some vintage and not so vintage, but gallery, nice, handmade, unique Native American jewelry today. So I'm here with Marco Rivera.
Hello everybody.
Directing, and excited to show you some nice pieces. We'll give everybody a few minutes to log on. Happy Friday. Hello Suzanne.
Welcome everybody.
Hi Denise.
Indeed, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It's been one of those weeks where it's like, oh, it's already
Hi,
Friday.
Tina.
And it's just like, it's right after the holidays. It just feels like such a quick week.
Oh, this has been a really good week. I feel like we finally got to breathe a little bit. There was just so much rush for the holidays, and yeah, we're actually starting to get everything in place, and it's really nice. Really good.
We've got some time to breathe now.
Yeah, it feels good. I know we had kind of a little hiccup there in Congress. Everyone was excited to get done with 2020, and then that happened, but you know, it's kind of like we just got done trudging through the mud, and we just had some mud on our boots, and we just had to kick it off, and we still have some residuals of that mud, and so hopefully everything now will get a little smoother. So
Yeah, smooth roads from here.
all right, we've got some nice pieces. We've got some bigger pieces today. We've got several cluster bracelets.
Ooh.
So yeah, let's get into it. Check out this first piece.
Yeah, we showed this one right
off the bat.
Look at that coral.
Happy Friday, Heather. Check this out. This is a ring.
Oh, it's a ring?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Did you know that? Check that out. It's adjustable. It's got this adjustable band.
Oh, great stamp work too, all around it.
Yep. This is Marlene, I think. Marlene, what's her last name? Marlene Henry.
Oh,
Yeah.
look
check
at
out.
that.
That's just the back side. That's the side that people don't see. That's just for you.
Yeah, that's just for you to know. Reminds me of one of Devin's designs for our stamp dancer bracelet.
Yeah, cool. This is Native American. This is Navajo. Marlene is Navajo from the Gallup area. Check that out. Whoa. Where's our ring sizer? Grab that ring sizer. It is adjustable, but let me get the base size here.
You should show it on your hand just like to see how big it is too. Oh my gosh, it's basically the size of a cup.
Yep, it's a size 8 right now on my size 8 finger. Look at that. Let me just zoom out a little bit. That's just. I can adjust it a little bit and get it on my. There we go. Ring finger.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, is that a statement piece or what? Stunning.
Maybe, I mean, no, for
Just
sure.
a huge cluster. We've got that deep red, beautiful coral. This is what they call Oxblood Coral
Good
in the
lord.
industry. Wow, is it right? Yep.
You said it was a size 8 plus?
Size, well, we can probably go a little smaller than that actually. It just needs some adjusting. So if you purchase this piece, let us know what size you are and we'll set it to your size. Cluster ring, statement, cluster ring.
Oh my gosh.
There's natural corals. It's illegal to get corals, natural corals like this these days because
Yeah.
they were farming it out. And so this coral is a little older, but this piece is probably made in the last 5 years or so. Bought this from Marlene Henry. Why don't you help humanity out and give it to somebody instead of trying what? What did it say?
Trying to sell
Trying
it.
to sell it. I mean, this is an artist's livelihood. So, you know, artists. This is what makes a lot of the native economy run. This is their job to make jewelry and share their beautiful work. And we're pretty grateful for seeing this piece, just like any art. Something really interesting between the Native American art and so what we call Western art is a lot of the Western art that we see, sculptures and paintings and those kind of things, they're very beautiful, and you put them on your wall or you put them on your mantle and you don't touch them, and they're fun to look at and they're beautiful. Something that I've always been in awe of Native American art is how functional it is. It's usually something of function. So in this case, jewelry, you wear it and it is their art. But you also have baskets that you use, rugs,
Pottery.
blankets, pottery. Yeah, it's all part of the Native culture, and pretty honored to be able to sell some of this stuff.
I've never thought of it like that. Like jewelry is pretty functional, as in like a wearable object.
Wearable art. I mean, you
Wearable
don't.
art, yeah.
You wouldn't wear a painting around. So anyway, this is Marlene Henry. The retail price on this is $800, and therefore it'll be on sale for $640.
Yep, that's right. Gosh, that's just a lot of. Yeah, it would make a great photo. I was thinking belt buckle. I could see that. As
Yeah, it
just
looks like it could be a belt buckle. It's big enough. Anyway, that is number one. Coral cluster ring. Pretty awesome.
So this is just to start off. We have that big coral cluster. You're saying that we have some more clusters?
We do. We've got a turquoise bracelet here. I'm just going to pull them out of the bucket as we go. Number two. This is a. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. We've got our
Perfect.
turquoise cluster bracelet. This is older, probably in the 90s, maybe late 80s, but the coral, the turquoise is stabilized. I've seen a lot of this turquoise, so most turquoise is stabilized. This is just a little more stabilized than others. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's definitely stabilized. It's older. It's got this natural patina to it. This is a Navajo style flowers cluster, handmade silver beads. We've got handmade rope wire there in the center, and segmenting the different layers of the flower, and matching flank pieces with, again, the rope wire. This is on a 3-shank silver cuff. We've got 1, 2, 3.
Is there an artist mark on this one? I thought
Yes.
I saw the sterling.
It's JW. This one was dead pawn. So it was an old pawn piece. It went dead. It was worn by someone for a long time, and I had a connection at a pawn shop, and they called me up and said, hey, you want a batch of our jewelry? And we're just turning it. So, yeah, this is a Navajo cluster.
I always noticed the patinas on the inside of cluster bracelets are a little bit just like unique, like just the wear and
Yeah.
tear on the inside.
Yeah, this was probably worn in ceremony on the reservation by some Navajo families. I love the craftsmanship on these. You have to hand saw all this whole edge out. You see all those little lines? So you take your saw and you just saw all the lines out, and he's.
Oh, it looks like Catherine has a JW.
I can't remember JW right now off the top of my head. I was better at one time at remembering all. There's just so many names. So amazing price on this, $300, on sale today for $240.
Oh, what was the size on it?
Oh, let's check it out.
The red and the blue together, so good. She has the sister to that piece. Who knows, Catherine, might just fit you.
There we go. We're looking at a 5 1/4 with a 1-inch gap, so we're looking at a 6 1/4. I mean, I'm a 6 1/2, somewhere between 6 1/4 and 6 1/2, and that fits me pretty good. So, it's not just it's deceptive when we measure. For the most part, it gives us a really good measurement when you actually get the action. But you also got to keep in mind the shape of the bracelet and the shape of your wrist. I mean, for the most part, everyone's got a very similar shape of wrist, but we do vary person to person. And
Yeah,
the
I
way a
remember
bracelet fits you is,
when I first started making them, I was like, I always thought it was more of a circle.
Yeah.
And then I would make it, I'm like, oh, it comes out to the egg shape.
and everyone's a little bit different. So Catherine's too big for her. Do we need to fix the size on your bracelet, Catherine? So anyway, this piece is selling for $240 today. So that's number 2.
Gosh, that turquoise is nice. So I don't know if you see Heather's comment right there.
How does stabilization affect the investment?
I know we talked about this a few times before.
Yeah, it's a good topic, and we'll take a second to talk about it. And it's one of the things that actually this company was started on. This company started as a blog about turquoise, and it was something that I just loved turquoise, so I wrote about it. And then as we grew, we actually started having artists come around, and then started selling their jewelry. And then we really took on a big cause of Native American appropriation is also a big part of our company, which we just want transparency in the industry, and that's what we fight for. So we want people to be honest about their turquoise. We want people to be honest about their sourcing, and of course, if it is made by someone, we want to give credit to that person. Specifically, we have a problem in the Native American jewelry industry where you have imports coming in from the Philippines selling as Native American jewelry, and it's not. And so that really hurts the economy, and it's one of the things that we stand for here is honesty in the industry. So stabilization, you ask, Heather. So about 95% of turquoise in the world that's in jewelry, that's gem quality, is stabilized. Stabilized in some kind of way. The ancient Egyptians used to put beeswax on top of their turquoise to keep the color and keep it stabilized. So that feels appropriate. What does stabilizing do? It stabilizes the stone. And what do I mean by that? It helps it keep its color, and it helps keep it safe from cracking. And so there is a very wide range between natural and unacceptable turquoise, and there's a big chunk in between there that is stabilized turquoise. And so stabilized turquoise sometimes has a bad name because people have a misconception that it's not natural, but as soon as you pull a stone out of the earth and you touch it with the oils of your finger and it soaks into the stone, I guess you could still call it natural. When you take it home with you and you cut the stone and you introduce mineral oils and things while you're cutting, I guess it's still natural. If you maybe what's the next step? Maybe you put some oil on it.
Some beeswax.
Like the ancient Egyptians. Now you're getting beeswax on there, and there's oils that absorb into it. Is it still natural? There's a big controversy of like, where's the line? Now you have problems in the industry on the other extreme, where people will chop up turquoise that's not good enough to be in jewelry. Some turquoise that's very chalky, and they grind it up into a powder, and they mix it up with some plastic, and then they cast little stones with it. That's called reconstituted turquoise.
Is that different from block?
That is block.
That is block. Okay.
Yeah. There's two kinds of block. There's just straight up plastic, and then there's reconstituted turquoise block, which is actually turquoise powder mixed with resins and plastic and stuff and made into turquoise. And it's real turquoise because it has turquoise in it, but there's that's not something that we like to sell. We like to sell stabilized is okay, but I mean, again, what do I mean by that? There's just a certain quality standard. There's different processes of stabilization, and when they start introducing plastics, I don't like that. When they start introducing dyes, to change the color, I don't really like that. We've had a few pieces, and if we have a piece that is recognizable, that is recognized as using a technique like that, all I want here at our company anyway is to be honest and tell everybody, hey, this turquoise was, stabilized, or this turquoise was enhanced by some kind of dye. Sometimes it's really hard, but we do our best. And when you go to a store and you want to know, ask them, is that stabilized, or is that a natural stone?
And if they know in what way too.
And if they say yes, it's stabilized, say, well, how is it stabilized? Is it block? Is it reconstituted? We've got all kinds of stuff on our blog. I don't want to waste your time right now because I know we want to look at some beautiful jewelry. But you're always welcome to ask us questions and everything. And you'll see, you'll ask a question, and sometimes I go off on a tangent, so please, I just want everyone to feel confident when you're buying. Arm yourself with the knowledge. Even if you don't buy from here, honestly, I just want our whole industry. There's so much jewelry made in the world, but if you want something real and authentic, you need to just kind of know what you're doing and work with reputable dealers. There's so many great shops.
Or the artist directly too.
Exactly. Or I think the shops that work directly with the artists, there's quite a few of them they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So we definitely are, we don't want to compete with some of those shops because there's a mix of jewelry in all these stores, and there's some great collections out there. So anyway, I'll stop. Let's go to the next piece.
Check out the blog for more information.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great example right here. This is definitely not priced right. This right here is coral. This is a coral cluster. This probably is this very similar coral to the one that we were looking at a second ago. But something good to look for usually is, do you see the slight variation in color? How that one's a little bit darker and that one's a little bit lighter.
Real dark towards the top right, and then towards the bottom we have some more lighting colors. Yeah, even in that one brick right there on like the flank.
Yeah.
There's so much variation.
The size of these stones, and the way they kind of form like a teardrop or a point, they call it needlepoint. Oh, there you go, Susan. Great job.
Susan beat you to it.
She beat me to it. However, this is stabilized coral. I can tell by looking at it. I can tell by the color, and maybe I just see this stuff all day, but to the touch, it's got kind of just a very slight rubbery feel. But it is stabilized. But it's coral.
Yeah, this is one of the ones where it's not block coral, but you can tell that it is.
You can really tell. Now you can look at this one.
Yeah, and you can see some of the pitting in the larger coral.
Can you see some of those little organic?
Yeah, like right in that center.
Yeah,
stone.
right in the center. Right there, and this one right here. You see that little pit? That's the coral is actually a creature in the water, and as the ocean water goes in through the pores, and that's how they breathe and eat. That is one of the little organic pores that comes, one of the branches of the coral. So this is also coral. I think this is priced too high. I think this came out of a batch from the pawn shop because we had quite a few of these come out of the batch of the pawn shop, and it was priced accordingly. But I'm going to cut this price in half because I want you to see this. This is stabilized coral. It's still coral. It's still beautiful. It's still
handmade.
Handmade. All the workmanship, the time and energy it takes to cut these. There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna do 50% off of this piece instead of 20%.
$425.
So that would be what, $212?
Mm-hmm.
$212 for this.
And what's the size on it?
Let's check it out. Let me get my trusty measuring tape.
That makes me wonder if they just had one really big piece of coral, like a branch,
Yep.
and then stabilize the whole branch so it'd be more, it'd cut better, I would assume. And then they did that and then cut it, polished every one of the pieces.
Yeah, it could be, definitely. I mean, you can see, if you get really close in there, you can see some of the lines from the wheel when they were cutting it.
Mm-hmm. And that one looks like it's a little bit darker than the cluster ring too.
5 1 1/4. It's 5 inches and 1 1/4 gap, so we're looking at 6 1/4. It's about the same size as that other bracelet. Yeah, it is a little darker. Yep, it's just a little slight different hue. The ring was kind of a burnt orange. Is there a maker's mark? Yes, it's JBV.
JBV.
Or VJB.
VJB?
Can you see it right there?
I see the V,
The V.
the J, they're like all off center.
Yeah, they're all off center and kind of clustered together.
That's kinda cool though.
Yeah, this is most likely a Zuni artist, considering
The needlepoint.
the needlepoint style. The Zuni are known for their needlepoint and other very complex lapidary work. Yes, so $212 for the coral needlepoint bracelet.
So those of you just joining us, if you do want a piece, please just say sold or mine in the comments, and then either give us a message or give us a call at our T.Skies Facebook page. You'll find our number there, and you can message us as well.
Alright, that'll be number 3.
Let's see.
Wow, this is nice. Chunky turquoise bracelet.
Oh wow.
We just
Some
changed
nice nuggets.
it.
Oh!
Those are plexiglass.
There goes the plexiglass. Good thing it's almost vaccine season.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hey Jaren, welcome in.
Welcome, Jaron.
Not too late. We're still at the beginning. Oh, that's a wonderful piece.
Yes, we've got this.
Lori says, "Ouch for you."
Did you hear that? Plexiglass broke on me. Let's get done with this COVID stuff, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's go out.
I'm ready to
Beer
be done. I'm
runs,
ready to go
right?
see friends and
Oh, you know what I miss? Concerts. That's what I miss. And powwow. I used to go to powwows actually with my mom.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So this is a row bracelet, correct?
This is a row bracelet, and why do we call it that? Because all the turquoise are in a row. It's a single row. It's a big turquoise nugget. This is probably Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Some of the turquoise that wasn't just pure turquoise.
Yeah. It seems like you always see the matrixing with the larger pieces of Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Because I always find, especially with cluster, you'll have like the really small, just perfect Sleeping Beauty pieces.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
nice to see it like this.
Awesome large nuggety stones, thick silver, got a triangle wire border, large handmade silver beads. It's like we have a little bit of a hairline up
Oh, I
here.
see that
It's hard to
one.
see,
Yeah.
but the camera picks it up. Can you see that? Kind of
Yep.
feel it a little bit.
Got the scalloped large bezels.
Yep, large scallop bezels. Those stones stick out quite a bit. Navajo.
Any mark on it?
Yeah. Tina Benally? Or Tom?
I see T, yeah, T Benally.
T Benally.
Mm.
There we go.
And this one looks a little bit older. When do you think this one's from?
I'm thinking 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be vintage now. I guess 90s is basically vintage now.
Welcome, Kay.
Welcome, Kay. Hi, Paula. Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit heavier on the discount on this one too. Cause we have that, I can't even feel it. That
Well, what's the
canvas-
size first before we get to the price of it?
Alright, we're looking at an inch wide. Five and 3/8, 1 1/8. So we're looking at 6 1/4. Hey, that's just the theme
Yeah,
of the day.
we're just 6 1/4 today.
Yeah, they fit me. There we go.
So Kay, we've been running into all of our cuffs are so far 6 1/4 to 6 1/2.
We can probably bring them up to about 6 3/4. But beautiful bracelet.
Happy Friday, Kathleen.
Happy Friday, Kathleen.
Oh, feels good. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that blue looks so good from
Looks
here.
good. Yeah.
I just love that we have like a red and we have a coral and turquoise show today so far. Looks real nice.
Our Sleeping Beauty turquoise. We're gonna do 50% off on this as well. It's retailing for $700. We're gonna be selling that for
$350.
$350. That's right. Number 4, $350. Sleeping Beauty large turquoise row bracelet.
So if you're just joining us so far, we have our large, oh that ring, I can't wait to go back to the ring. That one's like a very unique piece, but we're doing a lot of cluster and row stuff today. This looks like it's gonna be another row.
It is. It is a turquoise and coral row.
Ooh, I like this one a lot. Oh, this reminds me of some of the stuff made in-house too.
Yeah, it kind of has that stamp dancer kind of feel. It's got
Yeah.
our doming. We could probably start making this kind of stuff.
Very
I bet
cool.
Devin could do it. Could I try on number 3? I will try on number 3. There we go.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more dainty, I like that.
Yeah, it's a little small. I mean, this one size can go down quite a bit. It's definitely a little more feminine than probably something I would wear. But yeah, beautiful piece. There you go.
Gorgeous.
Hi, Rosa. Okay, so we're back to our turquoise and coral row. So the number 3 I would say is a woman's bracelet.
This one definitely unisex.
This one, so a lot of native jewelry, and this is a Navajo piece, is unisex. You have both men and women in ceremony wearing their jewelry, and a lot of these, I love this I would
Oh yeah.
totally sport this piece. Yeah, this is
With these ones, it's like you gotta do the double bracelet too. You gotta have like the matching
a
ones.
stack, yeah. So here we go again, back to the bracelet here. We've got a 4 coral, 4 turquoise, domed, synclastic cuff.
With some stamp work and some handmade bench
Yep.
beads, or not bench beads, what are they called?
We just call them beads.
Yeah, beads. Bead shot, that's what it is.
Bead shot, segmenting each of the stones, got double bead shot.
Great stamp work too.
Yeah.
Is there a maker's mark on this one?
This one looks like a Wilson Begay. It is. Wilson Begay.
Well, someone said Big 8 earlier. I think someone called it.
Yeah, did someone call out that Begay piece? Yeah, WB, there he is.
Have fun at work, Kathleen.
Bye. Okay,
Size on this guy.
let's get the size on this guy. We are looking at a 5 3/4 with a just under 1 1/4. This is gonna be big on me.
So 7, right?
Yeah, it can be a 7. You can set 6 3/4 to probably 7 1/4, 7 1/2. There we go.
Gosh. Red and blue today. Love it.
Yep. It's got a tight gap. $500 on sale today, 20% off.
So it's 4.
Yep. So 400.
I like this one a lot. I think this one's gonna go for sure today.
Turquoise coral, $400. That is number 5.
Wilson Begay. I hear the name Begay a lot. I feel like there's a lot of.
It's a pretty common name. It's a Navajo name.
Yeah.
It's like Smith.
But is it similar to like, who was the artist like? I know Eddie Secatero has like a long family line of jewelers. He mentioned his mom was a popular jeweler.
And his dad's name is Eddie Secatero.
Oh yeah.
So that's number 5. This is more of a natural nugget
Ooh.
bracelet.
Oh, very fun.
Really kept that free form in the cabs. And what I mean by free form is the cabs are just taking their natural shape, their nuggety shape.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got these beautiful large turquoise
I love the
nuggets.
shape of them. They're so cool.
That's gnarly. I love it. And this is on a simple silver cuff with these large beads, large shot, bead shot.
There's like the ones in the center, the stones that kind of go like, they look like beans almost.
Yeah.
They have that going in and out.
Yeah, this is like this is also like a 7, 7.25.
Gosh, gorgeous.
Beautiful piece.
I feel like most of the weight from that too comes from the stones.
Yeah, there's a lot of stone on there.
Awesomeness
Cool.
indeed, Marilyn.
Sterling silver. I've got a sterling stamp on it. I don't have another artist stamp. $6.50 for the piece.
What's the size on it too?
On sale, 20% off.
530.
$530. Size, yeah, like I said, 5.25 with the 1 and a. Wait, 5.25. 5 3/4 with a 1 1/4, so 7.
Oh, size 7.
Just like I thought.
Yeah, you're saying that one was a little big on you?
Yeah. Size 7, 7.25.
It's a little out of focus, just slightly. There we go. I love nuggets just because you can. Oh, there's that one that's just like super dark and has a little bit of pyrite in it. It looks
Yeah.
like too.
Yeah, check this one out on the end.
Oh, so much pyrite.
You see those little metal specks? That's pyrite. Fool's gold
Yeah.
in the turquoise.
Just gives you a little flash. It ends up being a silver rock.
Yeah, you just feel like you're just pulling that right out of the ground. Pretty cool. That is number 6. We've got this.
Some more cluster.
You want another cluster? Another cluster.
Oh, was that? I thought that was a cluster. Big bracelet show today. Wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
A pretty cluster.
Like all bracelets and then the first cluster ring.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Now this looks like Sleeping Beauty to me.
Yeah, that looks very Sleeping Beauty.
It's got almost that cloudiness to it. Little like. Oh, so gorgeous.
It just glows, doesn't it? Most likely Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
Gosh. Glad my mom doesn't watch these shows. She'd make me buy all of these. She just loves her clusters. Oh my goodness. It's crazy how perfect Sleeping Beauty can look. Like, and then even just these larger stones too, because we saw that other Sleeping Beauty where it had the matrixing in it.
Yeah, I mean this is probably the same mine right here.
Yeah.
Can you
Yep.
see that color? And
Mhm.
this is either Sleeping Beauty or Kingman, but I think it's Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, the color matches.
But the mine is known for this kind of look where it doesn't have a lot of that matrix.
Gosh.
Pretty cool.
Very color matches indeed, Susan.
Yep, got that traditional Navajo flower cluster design with the flanking matching clusters on a 3-shank cuff. Artist is Lawrence. Ew,
MLC?
no.
No. Skies? sky blue.
No, I think that C's not supposed to be there. I think it's LW. I think I've seen it before. This is what happens when I get these old badges from, and I like to buy directly from the artist, or have artists just sell their own work, or sell work for the artist. I usually prefer that because then I can tell you a little bit more about who the person is, where they come from, and if they're a friend of mine, I usually have some kind of story to talk about. But these are cool because these are older pieces, and you can find some golden nuggets in some of these old pawn, what we call dead pawn jewelry buys. This was retailing for $750. So taking $150 off, that'll be $600 today. Let's check out the size. I'm sorry, Marco. I know we have a different order here. I keep going to the size before.
Yeah, I'm always size and then the price.
So it's 5 with a 1 1/4 inch gap. So we're looking at 6 1/4. That is my size.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A pair of those would be great. Susan is right.
Pretty cool.
Set a size 6 1/4.
Yep, 6 1/4.
Yep. Kay agrees with that.
Nice.
How does the other cluster compare to that one? Like if we do side by side comparison, because one is a
It's
little bit
definitely
bigger.
a little paler.
Yeah. And this design is a little bit different.
Yeah. And this is, stabilized turquoise. That's a great thing to bring up is our turquoise.
The differences between the two just right here.
I mean, Sleeping Beauty is expensive.
Yeah, and you can even see on the stones, like it gives that, it's still polished on the stabilized, but it gives like a little different reflective.
And honestly, they're probably both stabilized. It's just the
True,
degree of
yeah.
stabilization, the degree. This one's got some more, I think it maybe have some resins in it. But I mean, the price. This one's only, $300 with, of course, 20% off today.
Yeah. And the price also comes from just like the Sleeping Beauty and the color matching too.
But the workmanship,
Oh yeah, for both of them.
yeah, I mean, the price on this piece is the Sleeping Beauty. And the workmanship.
Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of, yeah, I would say in the one with the Sleeping Beauty, like the wire wrapping is a little bit more uniform.
I think the cuts on the, if you look at the cut
On the back plate,
on the back plate,
yeah.
you see the definition of this one, the Sleeping Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
This is, but yeah, I mean, still, that is
Gorgeous.
number 7, that Sleeping Beauty cluster. Here's another good example. These are great examples to be showing different levels of turquoise. I'm not 100% positive that this color is natural, but if it is, there is a couple mines
Oh wow.
that sell the gaspiite, and it kind of has this like super rich lime, almost slime green. I don't know. It's
A
my
little
new
bit out
Ninja
of
Turtle.
focus, slightly.
This is most likely that gaspiite.
Well, I've
Which
never
is
seen
such a-
gaspiite like this, honestly.
I don't think it's I mean, I think that they've enhanced the color a little
Looks like
bit,
something you put under a black light.
right?
You know?
Pretty
One of those
cool.
flashlights.
They call this ribbon stone or boulder stone because you have like the ribbon of the stone, and it's actually cut sideways. When you have a raw stone and you see a vein like that, you usually take the blade and run it this way, so then you'll get the whole stone as your cab.
Mhm.
But it's been more and more popular recently to cut this way, and then you get these beautiful ribbon lines.
So Jane's asking if these can be sized up. I know with our clusters, like they're a little bit more fragile just because they're on the 3 bands. So I don't know if you wanna go more into that. I always assumed we can't size them up too much.
If we're going like a ½ inch or an inch, sometimes that's usually doable. I don't wanna bring them down much more because these gaps are pretty small and they're hard to get on. We could probably take them down a little bit if you've got a little wrist. And you know, this part of your wrist here, this part right here, compared to this, everyone's shape is a little bit different. And it's what you can get over this. Like this is too small for me. I can't get it up over my, right above your wrist bones.
Or it gets a little squishy.
Yeah. And we're looking at an inch gap here. I need like an inch and a quarter to get through mine. But if you have a smaller wrist, I obviously have a medium sized wrist. See, I opened it up just a little bit. And this is probably a 7. We can really get a good measurement on the size. And it was just kind of crimped down a little bit, so someone had a smaller 5.5 with a 1 1/4, so 6 3/4 on this ribbon.
Gorgeous stone. Yeah, definitely slime green look to it.
Yeah,
like
I just
that.
think, I loved Ninja Turtles when I was little, and I always think of Ninja Turtles whenever I see that. Huh. This is a 1.5 inch stone, that center stone. It's on a thick double shank half round wire holding those stones in place. The price is $600 on sale, 20% off. So that would be $480. Really pops. I mean, it's an interesting color. It's great to contrast oranges.
Mm-hmm. What did you say the price
Purples.
was on this one? Sorry.
Size? Or
The
the price? $480 after the sale.
And you didn't see a maker's mark on it?
No, I'm not seeing a maker's mark on it.
Mm.
Interesting. Sometimes people forget. We get artists all the time. Alvin.
All my first pieces don't have any because I always forgot to.
Yeah, you just forget. You're just going to work, and then you're done, and then once you start going too far, you can't go back and stamp.
Yeah. Or else you're like,
Or
it's
you're
a
gonna
real
ruin
big
the piece.
risk.
Yeah. I was talking to Alvin Monty yesterday, and he does the opposite. He gets his stuff and he stamps right away. And sometimes he stamps things that he wasn't intending on making. And so he gave me a couple rings yesterday, and we'll try to get them on the show in the next couple of days. And he stamped on it 14 karat gold, or 18 karat gold. And he was making a silver bracelet, so he was like, well, I guess I have to add some gold to it. Because so he added some gold accents to it, and then also stamped sterling.
Did he just mess it up, or by a stamp? He
He-
just accidentally stamped it with 18 karat?
Well, he said he was thinking about making a gold ring, and as he was making it, and one of his designs that he does all the time, he always does sterling silver and gold, and so he just instinctively just grabbed it and was probably thinking, and then boop, well, guess I'll put some gold on that piece. So he put some.
It's always fun.
He had
Always gotta add a little
some
bit.
pretty gold accents on it. So that was number 8. Caspiite. Couple pieces left. Got this lovely, it's kind of a turquoise and coral theme today, except for that oddball Caspiite that just kind of came out of nowhere.
What was the price on number 3? Let me go check.
Number 3, we were doing 50% off on number
So,
3.
$212.
$212 for number 3.
And it was a 6 1/4. I'll throw that back in the chat for y'all. Oh, what is this?
This is a pendant,
Ooh, finally.
something different. You tired of these bracelets?
No, never.
Alright, we've got this natural pale turquoise stone with these natural red, probably Mediterranean corals.
I love seeing coral like that. You just know it's coral right away by the shape.
Got a handmade silver flower with some handmade silver leaf and wire work, bead shot. We call these accenting silver work pieces applique. So this handmade silver applique on this large round bale.
Oh, it's a tube bale? That's pretty cool.
It's a large tube bale.
Flanged edges.
Yeah, slightly flanged. We got that little flaring of the edge right there, where you can hang this on a fairly large beaded necklace. This would look great on some Navajo pearls, on some turquoise beads, hishi, multi-strand hishi, Janus Tenario.
Shout out to Jan.
We've got S, stamped S. There's like 10 artists in Gallup, Navajo artists, and they all stamp S. It's like, come on,
S
guys.
for Sterling.
No, he put Sterling underneath it.
I know. Yeah.
This is Shirley Largo, Navajo. You just have to know their style. There's the S, you can see it right there. Yeah, beautiful piece. Retailing for $300.
So $60 off, right?
Yep, we'll be taking $60 off, so this will be selling for $240.
So let me go put in number 5 for you. So number 5 we had a question about. I'll just throw it in the chat one more time. So Vonda, number 5 was the Coral and Turquoise Roll Bracelet for $400, size 6 1/4. You wanna give a measurement on that pendant really quick, just like,
Oh yeah, sure.
it looks like 1.5 inches by like 1 inch. Not including the bail.
Size of the piece, please. Yeah, with the bail, we're looking at 2 1/4. Without the bail, we're looking at pretty close to 2 inches, just under. Measure it this way, it's easier. 1 3/4. 1.5 inch wide. Looking at probably one of the southern Nevada mines along the Royston Belt here with this turquoise. Most likely, maybe Cheyenne turquoise. Yeah, gorgeous. Cool. Moving on. That was number 9. We've got this Naja. It really looks like this Martha Cayanito, but I don't think it is.
This is number 10.
Yep, this is number 10. We've got this Sandcast
Ooh.
Naja.
I haven't seen a Naja standalone in a long time.
Pendant with this reddish, burnt orange, red
Spiny oyster, right?
spiny oyster. This is a beautiful piece.
I know you always mention lion's paw whenever I think it's
Yeah.
when we find a red one, or is it the orange?
So lion's paw is a cousin to spiny oyster, and it usually has both colors, purple and orange.
Okay.
So if you see orange with some little purple stripes in it, that's probably lion's paw. If it's just one color, it's probably spiny oyster. So here we go, this thick cast Naja.
Is there any maker mark on this one?
Um,
I hope so, since it's sandcast.
yeah, it should be. Why not? Yes.
E.L.
E.L. Billa?
Billa?
Copyright. That is Eva and Largo.
Oh wow.
Eva and Largo Villa.
B-I-L-L-A-H. With the copyright. I've never seen that on a stamp. That's awesome. I love that. They got the peyote buttons, and I see the snake design a little bit, I
Yeah,
think.
these are what we call peyote buttons. You think that's a snake? That kind of looks like a
I
snake.
mean,
I
feel like I see part of the mouth of the eye
I-
on one side.
I don't believe that's a snake because this is Navajo.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're seeing. But it's not a typical Navajo practice to do snakes.
Mm.
If it was a Zuni piece, I'd be like, okay, snake priest, sure, you're okay with snakes. But
Very interesting though. I don't usually see like stamp work like that where it has a line that goes across the whole curve, but
Yeah.
it's just like repeating stamps.
It's cool. This piece is $300 as well, retail. So it'll be on sale today for $240.
It's got a little measurement on that too.
Yeah,
Look at
let's do
that.
it.
Oh, nice. See, we're all thinking it. Leslie,
Two
all
and
of
a
us.
quarter. With the bail, we're looking at about 3 inches.
So it's a good size.
2 and a
yeah.
quarter wide. Price on it, $240.
Yeah. I like the bail too. Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Thick bail.
Nice and thick. That's also sand cast.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like it almost could be its own ring.
Yeah, nice
Wow.
stamp work on there.
Yeah, it's definitely the size of a nausea whenever I think of nausea.
Yeah, it's nausea. So we were talking about this week just to bring it back. We're always fighting for appropriation. Like we said earlier, just cultural appropriation. And then the nausea came up the other day, and we're like, oh. So does everyone know where the nausea came from? So symbolism wise, the nausea is the mother. So this is the mother, and this is the womb. If there is a piece in the middle, that's usually the child. It's a symbol. Across the world, there's very similar symbols to this. This originated from the Moors. You'll have a Moroccan symbol that's very similar to this. This migrated into Spain, and it's a fertility symbol. The Spanish would put these on the bridles of their horses, and the Navajo actually fascinated with the horses. Saw these beautiful beasts wearing this piece on their bridle, and whenever the warriors would go out and do raids, they would collect these and collect them as it's almost like a symbol of, it was a counting coup. And so this symbol was taken from the Spanish, and then the Navajo made it their own. And you'll see this symbol in the center of a squash blossom necklace, with the squashes on the side, and the squashes represent life and the historic symbolic fertility of the nausea. But there is another history to it, which, this is almost reverse appropriation, where this symbol was taken from the Spanish by the Navajo, and they made it their own. And so that was always interesting. We're going to do a photo shoot, I think, soon with a couple Navajo artists and a Navajo photographer who has written some articles on the nausea. And we're gonna get some horses and go out to the desert, and partnering maybe with actually a bridal company that does wedding dresses, and we're wanting to do a shoot with the nausea. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Thought it was a little touch of history that is interesting, and yeah, designs are taken from culture to culture. It's pretty amazing. You can go look at some of the fertility symbols in Morocco, and you can see the same design. It's pretty awesome. It's cool how we're all connected, and
all the knowledge humans have is just passed down, basically. Even our artwork comes from nausea all the way to here.
yeah. Would look great over pearls. We're gonna have some Navajo pearls soon too. Can't wait to bring those out. Our artist that was doing our beading, Debbie, actually she's homesick, so we're hoping she feels better soon. Ooh, this got a little twist to it, Isaac.
This is an Isaac Corice.
This is an Isaac Corice piece. This is his Windows to the Past variation. This is the door to the Kiva. And we've got these windows up here.
Oh wow.
And this is like the brickwork building the house, but he's building on the back of a shell, and the shell has a nice curve to it. And he hand cuts all these stones and layers them. This is Isaac Corice from Santo Domingo Pueblo. He's known for his mosaic inlay. Learned from his mother, Mary Corriz Lovato. We've shown quite a few of his pieces on this show in the past, but this is one of his works.
Yeah.
It's got this like kind of almost helix curve to it. Can you see it there?
Yeah, I see it. Like it's kind of got a two curve, like almost a twisting curve.
Yeah, it twists a little bit. Really awesome. It's got some green and blue, turquoise, various mines. Got some ironwood above the door, which is traditionally put above the doors when you're making a house. This piece was retailing for $200, on sale for $40 off, for $160. This is a necklace.
Such an amazing inlay artist. Like I've seen so many of his pieces that I just know him now. So great. I love that. Learned so much.
Yeah, you can start to recognize some of these artists. We're looking at 3 inches with the bail, about 2 1/4 without. And then its widest point, we're looking just a little over an inch at the widest point. So, awesome. Isaac Corey's there for $160. That's number 11, and number 12 is also an Isaac Corey's piece. Same price. That's what he wants for it.
It's another Windows to the Past.
This is
piece.
another Windows to the Past, Door to the Past. We've got, looks like some number 8 turquoise there at the bottom.
Jarian wants one of them.
Sold number 11.
Oh.
Oh, Heather, Jaren beat you to it. I'm sorry.
We still have this Isaac Corey's piece though, but congratulations to Jaren for the. Oh, we did a bell at the same time.
Wow,
Look at
ding
that.
All right, congratulations, Jaren. We'll set this aside for you.
But Heather, there is still this Isaac Corey's piece, the Door to the Past.
You can do this one is
Oh, Diane wants this one.
sold, Diane. All right, well, let's look at it one more time. We've got this life spiral here.
I don't think I've ever seen some inlay pieces go that fast over some clusters.
There we go.
It's awesome. Love to see it.
This one was $179, selling for what is that? 179, 36 off.
$36 off. So, ooh,
140
44, 144. Well, awesome. Those two went quick. Everyone wants some Isaac Corey's. So we had Jaren was the first one, then Diane.
Yep, Jaren and Diane. Congratulations, you two.
Awesome.
We will look back at what we showed today. That was the last piece of the day. So let's see what we have left.
And I doubt all of you saw the first piece we had, so this one's gonna be really cool. This one is my favorite of the show.
Yep.
Our red coral cluster ring.
Got a Marlene Henry coral cluster. Yep.
And this, I don't even know how many times we've seen a coral ring on the show before.
Let alone a big old
Giant
cluster
one,
like
yeah.
that.
Let alone a belt buckle coral ring.
Yeah, it looks like it should be a belt buckle. It is a size 8 plus. It's adjustable. Let us know your ring size. This piece is retailing for $800. On sale today for
What did we do?
$640.
Just going back, 640,
Yeah,
8 plus.
640. Coral cluster. Oh,
Not quite.
not quite a deal. We've got our first. I think this is the deal of the day.
Yeah, this one's super dealy.
Super dealy. Navajo cluster bracelet. Retailing for $300. On sale today for $240. Vintage. Probably late 80s, early 90s. We've got this one that we're doing 50% off on.
Yeah, this one's going for $212, correct? Yeah.
$212. We've got this petite cluster, Zuni cluster. This is number 3. $212. We have the Sleeping Beauty row bracelet. We've got a hairline. It's not really maybe it's a fracture. I don't know. Maybe
No, it doesn't really, if you can't feel it.
If you've ever
but-
used a burnishing tool and it has that point and you
Yeah.
scratch across it, that's kind of what it feels like. It's a stable
It
stone.
might just be a scratch then.
Yeah, it's just a scratch. But we were taking 50% off of this one. It was retailing for $700, on sale today for $350.
Gosh.
Number 5 was a turquoise and coral row bracelet.
What size was the petite cluster, the coral one?
It was a 6 1/4.
Yeah. Most of the pieces today were a 6 1/4.
6 1/4. That is my size and it fits me perfectly. Yep, size on this
one
piece,
was
I believe this was the same. I think all these first pieces were about 6 1/4. This one's a little bit bigger, about 6 1/2 for the turquoise coral cluster. Ray's asking on YouTube. Number 6, we've got this natural nugget. Oh, I guess the price, huh? This was $500, on sale for $400. Number 6, our natural nugget rope. This is, I believe, a size 7. Yep. Size 7 plus. We can open that up a little bit. Was retailing for $650, on sale for, what is that? $130 off.
510.
$520.
Oh, 520. So Ray said 50% off one size. So we had 2 pieces that were 50% off today, right?
Yep,
The
we've got-
petite-
Yes, we have 2 pieces that are 50% off. We've got $212 for this 6 1/4 inch petite cluster Zuni. And then this is also 50% off today, the Sleeping Beauty row bracelet, for $350 after the sale. Got our Sleeping Beauty cluster.
Yeah, this one was my favorite. It looks just perfect.
What size is the nugget bracelet?
Sold
Sold, number 10, Naja.
Naja to Catherine.
Alright. Catherine, it is
I know
yours.
she was thinking about
I
it.
know, it's coming up too. And someone's gonna jump on
You
it.
had to beat him. You had to beat him to it. Smart move. Gosh, that one was funny.
Yeah.
Catherine's building up her collection lately.
I'd love for y'all to share your collections on with our Facebook group.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we have something called the Inner Circle. You can post your pictures, let us know what pieces you've got from us in the shop or our artists. And we always try to interact and have some fun with y'all.
So we're getting a question on the size of the nugget. I think it was around a 7. It is a 6 3/4 with a 1 1/4 inch gap. Check that out, size 7.
Knew it. And then the other one that was 50% off.
The other one that was 50% off, I think was pretty close to a 7 as well.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Size.
Have a good one, Jaren.
Bye, Jaren.
We'll
Thank
see you next time.
5 1/2 is the cuff for the 1 1/4, so it's 6 3/4 for the other Sleeping Beauty piece that was on sale. The cuff.
Yeah. But this Sleeping Beauty cluster, oh my goodness.
Sleeping Beauty cluster is retailing for $750. 150 off, so that's $600. It is 5, just a little bit over 5 in the cuff length, 1 1/4, so we're looking at 6 1/4. This is my size.
Gosh.
6 1/4
That was
on
a
the
fun
Sleeping Beauty. Beautiful Sleeping Beauty. Number 8 was the Gaspiite
Oh,
bright green,
the one odd one of the bunch.
the oddball, retailing for $600. Get the size again. on sale, $120 off, $480. 5 3/4 with a 1-inch, about 1 1/4, so about 6.5. Oh, what did I say? 5 3/4? That's a 7. 5 3/4. That's it's about a 7. With that, we're looking at $480 with the sale.
Got a great stone. I'll have to look at this one after the show, because there's no way that it's that green of how it looks on camera. Is it pretty accurate to it?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, everything else is, gosh.
we've got the Shirley Largo pendant, coral and turquoise. Beautiful piece. $300 on sale for $240.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cluster width on number 3? So this is the super sale here that keeps coming up.
Yeah, 212, right?
It's 212. Oh, you need a size 8. I don't know if I don't think I have a size 8 today. We'll keep. I'll let you know.
I think I'm working on a size 8, but
Yeah, we can make a size 8.
yeah.
I'll keep an eye out one of the next shows. So anyway, back to the cluster. This is 6 1/4. The width. You're asking the width. I'm sorry. We're looking at. It is a petite cluster. It's not huge. 1 3/8. Yeah, about 1 3/8. One 3/8. Yeah. So 212 for that piece. So again, if you see something here you like, if you're thinking about it, and you decide later that you'd like a piece, or if you're watching the show outside of our live hours and you didn't get a chance to interact with us, if you see something you like, just shoot us a message. You can message us over Facebook. You could contact us on our website at TSkies.com, or you can call us here at the shop. We'll probably not answer at midnight or after 9 o'clock, or even after 6 o'clock today. But our number is 505-862-9443. Leave a message, and I'm coming in tomorrow morning, so if you leave a message, I'll call you back, and we'll get you taken care of. These pieces do sell after the show, and so they might not be available, but if they are, we'll set it aside for you.
And it looks like Ray wanted the biggest of the two. That was the 50% off. So I think the nugget one.
The big nugget,
The turquoise one or the
one on. So yeah, we're looking at this Sleeping Beauty, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that?
Give us a sold if that's what you want, Ray, and we'll ring the bell for you. Take a sec for that to get to him. But we're gonna be having a show this Saturday, hopefully with Jess.
I'm gonna call Jess and see if she's ready to come to a show. Everyone misses Jess. Sold. Okay. Ray, it's
Sold
yours.
to our YouTubers, Ray.
Ray Lutka. Like vodka, he says.
We're shipping this out to Russia. That'd be awesome. I kind of hope.
Yes, we hope to get back in the groove with. I know I've always needed to do more shows, and now I think you've got your fill of me. But some of our hosts, we're hoping Janice will be coming back. She is committed to the Pueblo this year. Congratulations to Joe, her significant other, for being not just nominated, but he's going to be the governor. I mean, sorry, the governor of
Wow.
Cochi de Pueblo. And so Janice is going to have her duties as his partner, lots of cooking. And so Janice, we wish you luck. Hang in there. I know you're going to be cooking all week, all the time. Everybody misses you, and we'd love to see you.
Yes.
So if you get a chance to come in and say hi to everybody, we'd love for you to come back. Debbie Deal will be out for a little while. She's sick. We hope to get Jessica in, hopefully tomorrow. Our other hosts, the other girls, we're gonna have them work on working with some more nonprofit. We'd like to have some of our artists and other artists in the community donate pieces to help support some of our nonprofits in the area, and I'd love to have the girls help with that, and so they could be doing some shows at that capacity. We're still trying to minimize people in and out of the shop. Can I see the red cuffs? We've got 2 red cuffs. There we go. Well, this one's turquoise and red coral.
Trying to find a place to balance it.
There we go.
Oh, that's right on the edge. I like that.
Yeah. So it's good to see everybody. Again, this piece is on sale, the bottom piece. The petite cluster, a needlepoint zuni for $212. 50% off, 24 hours only. And then this piece, the turquoise and coral row bracelet, $500 on sale for $400. So if Jess isn't here, I'll be on the show tomorrow, and we'll do something.
Yeah.
So,
I'll come in.
yeah. Well, thank you, Marco. Marco will come in, and we also have Annie Johnson. She said she may be able to start doing a show every now and then, and she's got connections.
She's got some good stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be able to jump in the vaults of some of the big, some of the other native jewelry galleries, and so we're hoping to be able to pull some really cool pieces. There's other jewelry shops in the community that love what we're doing too. I mean, we're all really got to stick together, and we're going to be able to have some access to some of their inventories and at least, I think anyway, show it to you and make some sales and show you some of these old pieces that nobody else has access to. So ding ding ding, what's all the dinging all about?
So Angie said she wanted the bottom.
All right, Angie. Congratulations.
Great way to end the show.
Yay.
Right with one more sale.
All right, Angie.
Angie Elrod Strobel. Oh wait, no, that's not that one. She moved. Where'd she go? Right there.
This was 212.
Great deal for that one.
Yes. Boom.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, everyone.
See y'all.
Thank you
Have a
for
good
joining
one.
us.
Happy Friday.
Bye.